Okay, so I'm going to assume, and I know we're not supposed to assume, and Ashley will be the first one to tell you, I'm always making assumptions and usually I'm wrong. But this time I think I got it right, because I'm going to assume that you have a laptop or desktop, you want to install Windows 11, you don't want to upgrade, you just want to do a fresh install, or what we call a clean install, and you just want to put in your name and put in a password and go on about your business. You don't want to have to connect to the internet, and you don't want to have to sign into a Microsoft account. Well, Windows 11, when I went to go do it with my flash drive using the Media Creator tool, and I put it in and went through the steps, you get to a step where they ask for the internet. There is nothing on that screen to bypass the internet. You must connect to the internet, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, some kind of way, and that's because Microsoft wants your Microsoft ID, they want your email, and what other information they can get from you. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing, but if you don't want to deal with all that, there is a bypass. There is a way to get past that grayed out button that says next, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is make sure your computer's off. Then plug in your USB drive, just like that. Then you want to turn on your computer. As you can see, it's booting from the USB flash drive. There's actually two ways that I know of to bypass the Windows 11 internet requirement. And one requires a restart and one doesn't. So let's do the one first that does not require a restart. I'm going to click on Install Now. So now it's going to say, where do you want to install Windows? There's only one drive installed, and I happen to know it's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Next. Now it's going to copy the files and so on and so forth. Okay, so here it's asking us, is this the right country? Yes, I'm in the US. Is this the right keyboard layout or input method? US is correct. Want to add a second keyboard layout? Not right now. Let's connect you to a network. This is what I'm talking about. This is already selected, connect automatically. And it just wants you to connect to the internet. It notices here that you're not connected to the internet and you must do something to connect. If you try and go past it, there's no option. Even the next button is grayed out, like I said. So what we're going to do is we're going to press Shift plus F10. Shift is right here. F10 is up in the upper right corner. Okay, so once you get to the command prompt, you've got to do a little typing. So what you need to type in is task kill space /F space / IM, then OOBENETWRK connection flow.exe. Now, as you can see, it's working, and now the button is no longer gray. We can select next. All right, so here we are again with the second option, no internet, don't want to connect, no option to bypass it, and the button is grayed out again. Shift F10 brings up the command prompt, and we're going to type in something a little shorter. And this time we're just going to go OOBE / bypass NRO, which stands for out of box experience bypass network requirement on. As you can see, the laptop is now rebooting. Whereas with the other option, it doesn't reboot, but you got to type in a longer, somewhat more complicated string of characters. Okay, so after the reboot, you're going to have to go through selecting the country and the keyboard all over again. So if it was my choice, I would stick with the longer string, the longer command from the command prompt, and not have to go through this twice. But I will do it this way to show you. Now it says here, I don't have internet. Click that. Connect now to quickly get started on your device. And you can connect now and still go back into logging in with Microsoft and all that. But after going through all this to bypass it, they try and put the word limited setup to make it sound intimidating, like, oh, you don't want the limited setup. But it's the same thing, just without the Microsoft account. Tap that, and it will continue just like it did before. Type in your name, so on and so forth. And in a few moments, you'll get your home screen. First thing you'll notice is your home button which used to be over here in the left corner, is now in the middle of the bottom of the screen of the taskbar, and it kind of looks familiar. It looks similar to another operating system, but I won't say any names. But you've got your computer up and running, no internet, no Microsoft account, just plain old user and a password. There you have it. And just like that, you're up and running with your Windows 11 installation, no internet connection, no Microsoft account, for those that just don't want that. Now, I need to mention something that I'm going to put in the description, but if you didn't catch it there, let me say it verbally, and that would be that this is for Windows Home users. If you're a Windows 11 Pro user and you have a Windows 11 Pro license, you get the option to bypass all that, to bypass the internet. So with that being said, I hope you find the video helpful. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos. And I know I'm going to get asked this question, so I'm going to touch on it real quickly. This is a typical USB drive. I tend to like these because it has the USB with a slider so that you don't have to have a cap or top to go with it. I don't like dealing with all that. But this one is because I do IT work and I'm on a motorcycle, and sometimes if you drop it, you might have a customer's data on here or files that you need or what have you. So you actually unscrew this into two pieces. Excuse me. And what happens is once you connect this and screw it back together, this is supposed to be some medical grade type of USB thumb drive. This is a 3.0, USB 3.0, 16 gigs. They make them up to 1 terabyte. It's made by Corsair. It's called the Survivor. I will leave a link to this in the description below. But this is dust-proof, waterproof. I've been told you can run over this with your car and it should be just fine. It should survive. So with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.